Well, hello there. It's, of course, D Square here on the House of D YouTube channel. Wanted to talk to you about some interesting stuff that we learn about in Star Wars The Rise of Kylo Ren, number one, published, of course, by Marvel Comics and written by Mr. Soule, who has written a lot of things, but I remember he wrote some pretty cool X-Men stuff recently. But nonetheless, so issue number one starts off right where that initial, that conflict between Ben Solo and Luke Skywalker back at the Jedi Temple, and then it became a blaze. Interestingly enough, Kylo did not do that, so that's something that hasn't been revealed as to how the Jedi Temple got destroyed. So in this comic, one of the first interesting things that we learn about this whole rise of Kylo Ren is that Snoke did, or the Emperor, depending. Spoiler alerts for Episode 9. So we know Emperor controlling Snoke, but nonetheless, Snoke, did this force power that did all this destruction. And we actually see that when it first happens, Ben Solo, he's upset by this. He didn't want it to happen like this, and then you can see there that Snoke is kind of goading him to his side, and that's exactly what happens. Is after he confronts, so there were like 3 Jedi that returned after this had happened. Ben Solo's still, I guess, kind of wondering what to do, kind of scared, and these 3 Jedi, they seem like more Jedi apprenticey, but they have lightsabers and whatnot, and they're kind of going on their own, so I guess they might as well be considered Jedi Knights. So they confront Ben Solo, and they know something is up right away, because one of the Jedi, says, and this is another really cool fact, that, whenever she was around Luke Skywalker, the Force sings. So that's really interesting for her to describe that through the Force, when she's around Luke Skywalker, the Force just, boom, is there singing. Definitely cool there. So these 3 Jedi that have landed here and found, no sign of Luke Skywalker, the temple is on fire, so they confront Ben Solo. He easily dispatches them, but an interesting note here, he does not kill them. He leaves them alive knowingly. He just rushes onto his ship, gets on it, and goes directly to his very good friend, Snoke. Yeah, so they embrace each other. So interesting there. Another interesting fact is that the damage that is done to Snoke was done so by Luke Skywalker. And it's not really talked about. It's just a quick, short conversation about it, but Snoke kind of brushes it off, so we never learn exactly how or why, but we do know that Luke Skywalker is the one that damaged Snoke. Snoke and Ben are talking about, Ben Solo's next move, and this is where Ben reveals that he's actually been thinking about the Knights of Ren, and that is where this starts off. As far as this series go, at the aftermath of the battle between Luke Skywalker and Ben Solo, the aftermath of that is Ben Solo seeking out Snoke, and is now seeking out the Knights of Ren. So another interesting question that has basically been confirmed here in this issue is that Kylo Ren is not the creator of these Knights of Ren. This is established already as a group, and we'll certainly learn more about that as this series go on. So make sure you come back here, guys. Please consider liking the video and subscribing if you enjoyed the content today. We'll be getting another episode, episode 2, issue 2 of this series. We will be talking about that very, very soon, and we'll continue this because it just seems to be really just well done, very interesting, just really cool stuff that we're learning here, and a really good comic to start us off here. So hope to see you again here, guys. Let me know what you think of this issue if you have it, or let me know what you think of the details that I've revealed here in this video. And you can of course follow me on Twitter if you want to comment there at dsquare72, guys. So thank you so much. As always, guys, peace and love, and we'll see you again soon.